Okay, with Steve Brandon then, meeting's finished. What a meeting that was.
Amazing. I mean, it was one of those you could have picked sort of a 10-point win, a draw, whatever, and we got right down to the last heat. So, yeah, perfect for television, perfect result for the fans coming to watch it.
It was amazing being in the pits and seeing you guys work. I mean, when there's stuff happening on the track, it's action in the pits full on, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one of those things where when you sort of coordinate a meeting down here, you've got to really just keep on top of what's happening with what's coming up, making sure next heat's ready. If they're grading, they're off in time for us, setting interviews up, interviewing. Yeah, there's a lot going on behind the scenes.
Rather you than me. Great night tonight. Thanks for your time.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Cheers, guys.
Okay, we're Calvin Tate, and then the cameras have just stopped rolling. What a night at Speedway we've had here.
Yeah, really entertaining night, and two very evenly matched teams going head to head. Poole coming out on top, and they did well because they did it with 5 riders tonight. So yeah, big effort.
At the beginning there was a few incidences on track, and it took a while to get going, if you like, a bit start and stop. But so you and Nigel had a bit to talk about in there.
We did, yes, and Chris Harris was certainly keeping everybody very much entertained. The pass on Richard Lawson when he hit the front was terrific. Heat 15 hero, of course, you know, coming out to seal the victory, so he's done a good job. Great signing. Seems to have really inspired the troops here. And, you know, Brady Kurtz, rather, has had a disappointing night, but that's just a blip for him. But, no, Poole Pirates quite clearly going the right way.
And top of the table clash, of course, only 4 points in it at the end there. So next week, back to the Oak Tree Arena.
Well, you never know. This might be a dress rehearsal for the grand final. Who knows? You know, they're two very good teams. It's going to be interesting to see what Kings Lynn and the others can come up with. But there's no doubt that I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and I think the fans have, particularly when they come out on top at the end of the night. But no, really good stuff.
We've enjoyed it as well. Thanks ever so much, Calvin, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Okay, with Natalie just after the meeting. We've just spoken to Calvin, just come off air. Great night at Speedway again here at Poole Pirates.
Yeah, we were expecting a tough meeting. Second against third going into the meeting, and Poole on a real good run of form. Like, they've really turned things around, and an important clash for both. The chance to go top of the table, and it was nip and tuck all the way. I don't think there was anything more than 6 points in it. So yeah, great entertainment for the fans here, and hopefully for the fans at home as well.
And you personally enjoying being on the TV and working Speedway?
Yeah, it's brilliant. Like many people know, I've been a Speedway fan for many years, so to actually do it as a job is a dream come true for me. So yeah, it's great, and to work with Nigel and Kelvin and Steve Brandon and all the team. I think we've got a really good team now, and yeah, to get paid for, you know, doing something I love is just a bonus. It's fantastic. I'm really enjoying it.
And I've got to ask you about last night. Obviously the Grand Prix and the kind of the delay at the beginning put a lot of pressure on you and Scott in the studio, didn't it?
Yeah, and it seems to happen at Mullilla. It really does. I remember 2 years ago when we had Alan Rossiter in the studio, and a similar thing happened. We went on air and had to talk for about an hour, and then it got rained off. So, and the same thing happened on Saturday, although it didn't get called off this time. So we went on air an hour later, and then still had to have a chat for an hour before we got some racing. So that can be really, really testing. But thankfully, when you've got someone like Scott Nichols to talk, you know, with you alongside you, you can just kind of throw anything at him, and we can both just sit and talk Speedway. So it's good. So that really helps. But yeah, we got there in the end.
I think it's knowledge and passion can get you through those times, eh?
Yeah, I hope so, and I hope that came across. And you kind of have to have a backup plan as well in case, you know, you get these situations. And unfortunately, because I follow Speedway when I'm not working, I can just think of something and just throw it at him. And Scott's brilliant. He'll just it doesn't matter if it's a tricky question or I've not warned him about it. He'll wax lyrical on stuff like that. So yeah, we got there in the end, thankfully.
We'll let you do a grand job. Thanks ever so much for your time tonight. Enjoy yourself. We'll see you at the Oak Tree Arena next week.
You certainly will. Looking forward to it. Thank you.
Midler said I was a bit unlucky, but I think I was just that was a stupid move from my because I completely didn't expect like the dirt to pull so much. And I completely lost it and felt like an amateur on the bike, to be honest. But sometimes it is how it is, and yeah, it would have been 1 point up.
So you were pleased to take that extra ride, even though it was a shame for Freddie?
Yeah, but I think I'm pleased with the team that won and that I got this 1 point. But I knew I got the gate better because I hit the gate 1, and Doyle obviously gate's good and hit before he made a start of there. So I thought maybe I'm gonna make it as well. But yeah, maybe I need to get some lessons of him. But it's like little details that count in Speedway, and I went out good and hit some rut that pulled me a bit to the left and then right, so I did a bit of a snail or snake, how you call it. Yeah, just like an amateur again. Thanks, Josh. But that's the details, and I was just up and down today, to be honest. Didn't change anything all night. Still shame about the first ride we got, because I had a good one of the fourth again, but then 2 times I messed it up again.
Yeah, well, we just managed to make a start. I don't know how, but hello. Yeah, made a good start for a change, so made it a bit easier for myself, and like Josh said, I think surprised everyone and surprised Doyley, and that was it.
Absolutely.
I was just head down and backside up, making changes all the time and improving, and yeah, just the team spirit is good. You know, when you got good team spirit like we got, and a miserable manager, it all goes well.
So,
yeah, no, it's a tough run in. We've got a tough run in, but we've sort of come. You know, the table is completely reversed to where we were sort of 5 or 6 weeks ago when we were rock bottom. So to be where we are now is great. And you know, Swindon, Somerset, yeah, they're tough meetings, but it's a tough league now. We're coming to the business end of the season, and these are the boys we've got to race, and these are the boys we've got to beat.